last couple of minutes of the match?
Good. Wasn't just the last 2 minutes. It was a good game of football. A lot riding on the game. We started the game off really well. I thought we had a couple of chances early within 4 or 5 minutes, and then they scored 2 goals in 5 minutes, and that really put us on the back foot. And then it took us a little bit of time to get some sort of control. We did that, and we got the goal from Kai, and then that obviously put us back into the game. And I thought most of the second half we had a fair bit of control, had the ball a lot in the opposition half, probably didn't find targets in the box. And then we made some changes, and the changes that gave us a little bit of energy and something different, and got ourselves back in the game.
Obviously there were implications with the premiership plate tonight. Was that talked about with the group?
No, we knew some results went our way overnight, and for us it was about winning, and this is always a difficult place to come and win, and we try to play aggressively like we always have this season, and just trying to take that opportunity. Tonight was probably the first opportunity there where, had we won, we could have taken a giant step for that second spot. And but in saying that, I think we showed a hell of a lot of character in that second half. It's never easy to come back from 2 goals, so we showed a lot of character and a lot of fight, and yeah,
We've heard
deserving.
what Alan Stacic had to say about the disallowed goal for the Wanderers. What are your thoughts on
So
the decision?
was it not offside?
Referees said it was offside. Alan disagrees. You agree with the referees?
Well, if the referee said it was offside, then it's offside.
Fair enough. And Kai Truan was involved in everything today. Own goal, scored a goal himself. Thoughts on his performance?
Someone mentioned he scored a hat-trick tonight.
So
Yeah, he had a...
his progress.
Yeah, look, I, the own goal is always difficult because it's he's trying to get across and block across, and you know when you're coming at speed and things like that can happen. But he's got a good head on his shoulder. He's very calm. He's composed, and did very well to get the goal from the corner, and yeah, and then you know had a bit of luck with the penalty, but that's the way it goes. So. You know, pleased for him, but pleased for everyone. You know, because what I'm really pleased is in terms of the way. Yeah, we had that period 10 or 15 minutes, but we found a way to fight our way through it, and then started to get control again. So we showed a lot of good signs there.
Lawrence Wong, coming on with 30 minutes to go, I thought he was exceptional. I thought he really came on.
Exceptional?
Exceptional. I thought he
Doesn't take much for you to get excited, does it?
I thought he really asserted himself.
No, the guys who come off the bench gave us a lot of energy, and you know, whether it's Mamedi, Kavian or Wongi, they're guys who can run with the ball, dribble, make things happen. So I just thought we needed a little bit of a different makeup, or Jamo suggested that anyway. So Max had a difficult night tonight. He was more of a battering ram, and yeah, he can take that, but it was really difficult for him because you know the central defenders are quite strong and physical. So Jamo suggested making those changes, and we did, and I think it worked.
You mentioned the guys coming off the bench and the energy that they were able to give you, and the character of your side being able to come back into that match. A lot of the guys that you brought off the bench today were some of your younger players. Does that speak to not just the talent that you have?
I think all of them. I think everyone on the bench was under 20 or 21 or something.
Younger,
yeah.
Pretty much in that age group, but not just the talent that you have coming through, but the maturity that they have to come on in a situation like that and be able to help to contribute to turning a result.
Yeah,
how special is that?
Yep. Well, I don't know if it's special, but it gives them a hell of a lot of experience because these are tough games. Games like this are probably going to be games in the final series. Anyone can win on any given day. I've said that all year, and that's the way it's panned out. But for them to experience games like this, it's just going to benefit them long term.
May not be the result that you were looking for, but it still puts you in a decent spot for an ACL position.
Yeah, it's just it's all on us really. So you know, we got a pretty well. There's no easy games. Adelaide next week, and then our last game, Sydney. So pretty tough draw, but whoever it is, we've got to face them. We've got to play to our very, very best if we want to win. But this gives us confidence. We've had some really good results over the last 6 or 7 weeks, probably a little bit longer. So that builds confidence and builds strength around the group.
You take solace in the fact that at least that ACL spot's in your control?
Yeah, absolutely.
And just as an outlook on the season as a whole, you've only one less game than Auckland. Only difference is you've lost 4 less games than Auckland. How do you kind of take your team through the season to kind of turn those 1-pointers into 3 and those losses into draws, and hopefully next season take that next step to potentially...
Look, we've had a hell of a lot of challenges this year, quite notably the high rate of injuries to some senior players, and we've had the challenges were trying to get the kids to step up to play at a level, and I said that some time ago that we planned it well in terms of having those guys and the kids especially train with us right throughout the pre-season, and that helps. The hell of a lot of training, a hell of a lot of tactical work. Doing that is one thing, and then actually, when you get the opportunity to display what you've learned, they've got to go out there and do it. And most of them are pretty level-headed, to be honest. They're not getting ahead of themselves. Their feet are firmly planted on the ground, and because it's just the beginning for them. Guys who've played 15, 18, 20 years, they've been there, they've done it all. They can get frustrated sometimes because the kids don't see the things that they see, which is absolutely normal because they got to live those experiences. So the more they play, the more they gain that experience.
Those injuries to those seniors players, obviously, early on. How excited are you of the prospect for them to come back into the squad and really assert themselves? Yeah,
well, a lot of those were long-term, like Andy Naboo, for example, Jimmy Jago. They were things that they won't be back this year. And then throughout the season, we've had a couple of injuries. Lecky obviously being probably the main one, and he's had a pretty tough season. And obviously we're a much better team with him in the team. But guys like Ali Lapani, for example, he had quite a significant injury also with his knee at the beginning of the year. And for him to come up and play the way he's been playing, he's got a new sense of life. I think that time that he spent outside of the training pitch sort of made him think a little bit harder about the football can actually, your career can go pretty quickly. So he's worked extremely hard and he's getting all the benefits from it at the moment.
Just on Lecky, how far off is he with the hamstring setback?
Yeah, next week I doubt it very much. So with a bit of luck and work, hopefully the Sydney game, the last one.